SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. It's time for, what is this, part 5, I think, of my concert tickets and concert stories. And, boy, there's a lot more to go. So, I grab the camera, I aim it at my book of tickets, and talk about it. So let's do it. Oh, this was the worst time I saw Mötley Crüe. The Greatest Hits tour. Tommy Lee was with dreads and just got out of jail for beating up Pamela Anderson, talking all hip hop and shit when he took the mic. They looked like they were going through the motions. It was a total shit show. Worst time I saw Mötley Crüe. Ted Nugent and Night Ranger. I believe this one was also Quiet Riot was on this tour, which we just lost Frankie Banali while I'm taping this. Who knows when I'm going to put this up. But, yeah, this was a good show. Ted Nugent. I think that, yeah, there it goes. Rock Never Stopped. I was about to say, I think this tour had a name. Rock Never Stopped. It was Quiet Riot, I think Slaughter? Could I be wrong? I don't know. Ted Nugent, it was a good show, though. It rocked. Mötley Crüe again? Yeah, I'm missing a lot of tickets here, because here's 98 and already like, and by this time, September, yeah, I'm missing tickets. Tommy Lee was out of the band. This was with the Scorpions, and Scorpions completely destroyed Mötley Crüe. Mötley Crüe wasn't even that bad that night. They had the late great Randy Castillo on drums. They were good. They played some deep tracks. I think they played Knock 'em Dead Kid. But the Scorpions were phenomenal, even though they had a really shitty album at the time called Eye to Eye, and they played, thankfully, only one song from it. That sucked. And they allowed filming, so I filmed this show. I did film the complete show. I put it up on YouTube and it got banned. The Scorpions one. I don't know if I ever put the Mötley Crüe one. Alright, let's keep going here. This is going to be, yeah, now I look at it, this is the end of my ticket stubs. So the next episodes will be like, you know, the papers I printed out. Oh, Mercyful Fate. This was all the way at the State Theater in St. Petersburg, which was, man, I don't know, 6-7 hour drive with Nevermore, the late great Laurel Dane. That I have a picture with me, my friend Caesar, and Don holding him up because he was so drunk. But this was the 9 tour. Mercyful Fate, tied for my favorite band of all time. And wow. And I met Hank Sherman after the show. He signed my Fate album, his solo band, and also the original press Nuns Have No Fun EP. But that was an awesome show. I got like 100 flyers of that show. Dream Theater and Dixie Dregs. This was at Pompano Beach Amphitheater. I believe this was Scenes of a Memory. I love that album. I'm a casual Dream Theater fan. I love Awake a lot, and I like a couple of their albums. But you know, I can give it. You know, I take them in small doses. But this was a good show. Dixie Dregs is awesome. Was awesome with Steve Morse. Good shit. Who's it? Oh, Kiss the Farewell Tour. I had tickets to see Psycho Circus, but they canceled. They canceled the show because they had to play like the Super Bowl, so some bullshit. But this was with Ted Nugent and Skid Row. It wasn't that great. I was kind of disappointed with Kiss that night. Oh, the goddamn, that's the way I'm going to see that end. And that night, we went to a show at the Culture Room afterwards where Skid Row headlined, and we hung out with Skid Row, and I don't know, man, I didn't mind Solinger, man. Of course, it's all about, you know, what do you call, Sebastian Bach with Skid Row. I flew to California for this one at the Cactus Club, Armored Saint, Thursday, May 4th, 2000, when they reunited for the Revelations tour. I am a huge fan, and this show right here, 2 people that are now my buddies were at the show that I didn't know at the time, which was Brian Davis, who has a great podcast. If you're into movies, the podcast is called Great Movie Memories. And the drummer of Death Angel, who I'm friendly with now, Will Carroll. They were both at this show. This was in San Jose, California, I believe. and it was awesome. It was the second time seeing Armored Saint, and it was worth the trip. Mötley Crüe Maximum Rock Tour. This was when they had that girl, what, Samantha Maloney or something? New Tattoo Tour. Who opened this? Mötley Crüe, who opened that show? Man, for the life of me, I can't remember. Oh, Megadeth and Anthrax, it's right there. Anthrax, by that time, wasn't on the tour anymore. But, you know, when I bought the ticket, they were still on the tour, but then the tour wasn't selling well, and they had to get rid of Anthrax. I remember that stuff. But, yeah, that was, it was an alright show. Nothing, like, to write home about. AC/DC, what was this? I think this was Stiff Upper Lip Tour. I had nosebleeds for this, and National Car Rental Center. Now it's called the BTT Center. I don't remember an opening act. There might have been an opening act. I don't remember. I had nosebleeds, and it sounded terrible up there. But AC/DC was great. I mean, they're always great live, but I gotta say, you know, having nosebleeds at this arena, every band sounds like shit, so it's unfortunate. I flew back to California in San Francisco to see Thrash of the Titans. This was, fucking amazing. Definitely my top 10 shows of all time. Death Angel reunited, Violence reunited, Forbidden reunited, then Anthrax was on it, SOD, Flotsam and Jetsam, Heathen, Exodus with Paul Bailoff, and Legacy, which was Testament, but with Steve Souza on vocals because Chuck Billy was fighting cancer at the time, even though Chuck Billy was there. Every band came and destroyed, but I gotta say, Violence was the best damn band there. And it was professionally filmed, and you can see the full Violence show on YouTube, and I gotta tell you, watching it on video, it really did capture the brutality of that night. And I'll never forget, after Violence, going into the bathroom, and it was just covered in blood. You know, the pit was just insane. San Francisco, me and my friend Don flew to see this. Thrash of the Titans. When was this? August 10th, August 11th, and Armored Saint I went May 4th. So 2 times that year I flew to California to see shows. Stevie Nicks, I love Stevie Nicks, and yeah, I lost a couple of those tickets. This was, I don't remember what album. I think it was Street Angel, maybe? Is that the name of the album? The one with Rose Garden? That's a great song. I love Stevie, so this was one of the many times I saw. She was always great live, so I dig it. Alice Cooper, this was Dragon Town Tour. Love me some Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper's always great. I believe that's the night he wore the Alice Spice shirt, like a Spice Girl, and his daughter came out as Britney Spears, and I believe he impaled her. I know he killed her or strangled her. Alice Cooper rules. I love Alice. Deep Purple with Dave Mason. This was already with Steve Morris on guitar, Sunrise. Oh, this was professionally filmed. Actually, it's out on DVD. I have the DVD. It's called Perpin something. This was actually filmed for a DVD, and I was there. Great show. I took my cousin, who just came from Cuba, and it was blowing his mind to see shows. Oh, Tommy Lee. I got a free ticket to this. This was real close to my house. I knew a guy that was just giving away tickets. Never a dull moment tour. This is Tommy Lee solo, and I met him too that night, and probably not going to show the picture. I'll probably forget. But he was super nice, and that was the night I had him sign my Shout at the Devil vinyl, where I had Vince sign it like 5 years prior to that, and Mick and Nikki Sixx signed it in 1984 when I met all of Mötley Crüe at Peaches, but they only let 2 people. They actually only let 1 person sign one member per person to get autograph, and I ended up getting Mick and Nikki. And Tommy, I told him the story. I go, dude, you're the last one the first time, and he's like, you aced it, dude. He was very, very nice, but as far as the show, man, that shit sucked. Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth. I know all you Sammy fans will say Sammy was better. Fuck no, Sammy sucked. Sammy tried so hard, having all these people on stage with bars and tequila and all this shit, and Dave just came out and whooped his ass. I thought Dave was way better. Then again, I hate Sammy Hagar, so I'm going to be biased. Eminem. Oh, this I went because of my niece, being such a big Eminem fan. I don't know if she is anymore, but you know how those teenage girls are. And you know what? I don't mind Eminem. I think he's hilarious. I think, I'm not really crazy about the music, but some of those lyrics are fucked up, insane. I remember one song, him talking about killing his wife, putting her in a trunk, or drowning her or something. But this show was fucking shit. What was it? Papa Roach opened? And who was that? Ludacris or something? Man, rap, hey man, showing my age or whatever, but rap shows, I haven't been to many of them. I've been to 2 or 3. It's just guys walking around back and forth. I like to see musicians jamming. So whatever, my niece enjoyed it, so I say that was good for her, so, because I love my niece. Iced Earth, look at this ticket. What the hell happened? Looks like it got burned. House of Blues in Orlando, yes. This was when Tip Ripper Owens was in the band. First time I ever saw Iced Earth. I'm a big Iced Earth fan, but they never were down here with Matt Barlow. Or maybe they were before Matt Barlow, because they are a Florida band, and I missed it. But this was a great show. I think Children of Bodom and Evergrey opened. I could be wrong. But this smoked. It was the Glorious Burden Tour. I love that fucking album. Great, great show. Sun and Steel. Oh, this was a festival in Tampa, which had Reunited, Obituary, Testament played. Who else was there? MOD, Body Count, and a bunch of death metal bands. I mean, a shitload. Oh, and Dennis Stratton from the first Iron Maiden album played with Al Atkins, the original singer of Judas Priest. They did a set, and it was pretty cool. I dug it. It was more than one day, see? 6 and 7. So we rented a hotel. I went with a band that actually played the show called Premonition. And, oh, it was a good time. A lot of partying and a lot of sex, believe it or not. Kiss. This is already Scab Kiss. I remember this is one of the 3 shows I saw Scab Kiss for free. This, I believe, was with Poison. And this is the night where Paul Stanley had like a heat stroke and he wasn't on stage during Unholy. My friend's a big Scab Kiss fan, so his girlfriend didn't want to go. He took me. He ended up taking me to the other Scab Kiss shows too. But after the show, he got like one of those instant live CDs, and he burned me a copy, and it was all right. Yeah, whatever. But I would never pay to see that version of Kiss. Steve Vai, oh, this was a great one. This was at he played for like 3 hours, I think. This was here on Miami Beach. I never been to this. It was a nice little theater called, what is it, Littman Theater? It was in North Miami Beach. I never ever been to that place since or before, and it was awesome. Steve Vai was awesome. It was a great, great show. Judas Priest, so this is when Rob Halford finally reunited and the Queensryche opened. This was the Angel Retribution tour. I got to see them do Hot Rockin', I'm a Rocker, songs I never seen them play that night. It was just so great to see Rob back and Priest. And Queensryche was good too. Gigantor, this was Megadeth Dream Theater, and I believe Nevermore was also on this show. That day, Dream Theater really bored me. It wasn't one of their better shows. I mean, I bet Dream Theater fans were in heaven because they played a lot of long, boring songs I didn't recognize that people went crazy for. So I'm sure they threw out some rare tracks for the Dream Theater fan, but I'm not that much into them. Black Label Society, where was this at? I've seen them so many times. Oh, Jack, I remember this one. This was in Club Cinema. Yeah, this was actually, it was actually a theater, a movie theater. And I believe it was the Mafia tour. I could be wrong. Seen Zakk Wylde a bunch of times, but I will never see him again. Ever. I will never pay to see Zakk Wylde again. And if you want to know why, I talk about that story in my podcast. That the title is "I'll Never Support Zach Again." You want to know why? Check it out. ZZ Top. This show I went to for free because of my buddy was managing ZZ Top at the time. I don't remember what the album this was, but I remember they didn't play nothing new. It was all old stuff, and it was great. I love ZZ Top. And yeah, I lost some ZZ Top tickets because I saw El Loco tour, and I saw, I think it was Afterburner, or one of those 80s. This is the third time I saw ZZ Top. Good show. LA Guns, well, 2006. This is when LA Guns had Stacey Blades in the band, and man, I was not impressed with that guy. Because I loved Tracy Guns. And him doing the Tracy Guns solos were really bad. Not a good show. Gigantor, this might have been the one with Overkill. Just like Ozfest, I don't remember. I think it was Megadeth, Overkill. Oh, I can't remember. Opeth, I think, played this one. I don't know. Somebody leave a comment below if you went to this one. This was great. Paul Stanley at Revolution. This was when Paul Stanley still had his voice, and he was phenomenal. He played Magic Touch that night, and what's that song? A Million to One. Tonight You Belong to Me. It was fucking awesome. What a great show. I was all the way up front with my friend David Scott. Great night. Last time I saw Paul Stanley sing great. Oh man, this was great. Finally saw Celtic Frost. This is the second time I saw the Into the Pandemonium tour with Anthrax and Exodus, but this is the reunion at the Culture Room. I remember I bought this ticket way in advance. I think maybe in January or something. And all year, because I'm a huge fan of Celtic Frost. Or Celtic Frost, however you want to pronounce it. But it was an awesome show. I loved it. Don't remember who opened that. Journey, oh, this was great too. This was with Jeff Scott Soto singing. And Jeff Scott Soto sang it like him. He wasn't a Steve Perry clone. They played Rubicon that night. They played some good deep tracks. This was the best time I saw Journey other than the Frontiers tour, the only time I saw them with Steve Perry. And I saw, with Arnell a couple times, which was good, but this show was phenomenal. And it's a damn shame they didn't stick with Jeff Scott Soto, because he fit the band so well without being a Steve Perry clone. Great show. Black Level Society again at the Revolution 2007. I remember this well. This was, I can't remember the tour, so I guess I don't remember it that well. I can't remember the album. But I do remember, because that was the only time I saw him at the Revolution, and it was a good show. Heaven and Hell, the last time I saw the late great Ronnie James Dio. Alice Cooper and Queensryche opened this. Fuck yeah, man. What a great show. Finally saw Dio doing the Falling Off the Edge of the World. Phenomenal. Rest in peace, Ronnie. I miss him so much, and this was the last time I got to see Ronnie. All right, here's the last ticket. And it's the same damn one, right? What the hell? September 15th? I don't know how I ended up with these two tickets. Big mystery. But that's the end, because look, the rest... Oh, wait, there is more concert stub tickets. Oh, man, there's many... Well, no, there's... Fuck it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm tired. My throat hurts. That's it for now. So there you go. That is part 5, I think, of the concert ticket stories. And, boy, there's too many tickets, man. We got a lot more to go through. And I want to give a shout out to Wilson. Wilson! And till next time, hey, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal below. And SHMACKEMAGOB! For those that use social media, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And you can join the Almost Human 56 Facebook page. All links are in the description below. A lot of you been asking for it. SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Yes, many types of shirts, long sleeves, short sleeves, hoodies, you name it. Plus other stuff like shower curtains and bedspreads and mugs and socks and clocks and I can go on. But why should I? The link is below. Check just click the link below in the description for all the SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Order yours now. SHMACKEMAGOB! Hey, check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault, on Spreaker, YouTube, and iTunes. Subscribe. The links are below.
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
SHMACKEMAGOB!
Ralph VIERA is also on our network with the VIERA Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the Great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbeam, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.